Hello, and welcome to the Trekle Trunk, episode 2, where we will be reviewing IDW's Star Trek Klingons one-shot and IDW's Star Trek Lower Decks number 2. And these will be spoiler reviews, so if you haven't read them, there they are. You can follow along, but definitely go read them, pick them up, because you're not going to get it all from us.
That's right. We're not giving you everything. It's not a play-by-play.
It's not a play-by-play. But you're going to get the highlights, because I won't be able to help myself. And who are we? We're your hosts. Yes, spoilers alert. There will be spoilers. We're your hosts, Plain Simple Tailors. Devin and Dave. Or Devin S9, as I'm calling myself for the last week or so. We'll see how long that sticks. And a guest we have with us tonight, Captain Dave Mater.
Hello.
My captain, your captain, everybody's captain.
Friends for life.
Captain of Good Ship, Live Long and Podcast.
Well, thank you for having me this evening, Tailors. You fine, simple Tailors.
So cousin Dave here was unable to find Star Trek Klingons. Is that right?
Couldn't get it. I went to 2 comic book stores, the only 2 in Burlington, Ontario, and neither had it.
So what you're saying is there's a couple comic shops in Burlington that have suffered great dishonor.
Great dishonor. Yes, I am saying that. Mm-hmm. I would say that it's a fair characterization of the events that unfolded.
That's a real shame.
But they did have the lower decks, so
that's good, because that was a great issue too.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, Locutor Dave here and I are quite high on this Klingon issue.
Oh my goodness.
I want to hear all about it. I want to
Lower Decks is great too. And we're going to eventually turn those into radio theaters, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah, I want to know what the ending is. And these narrations are really funny, even though they are incredibly hard to read because they are so tiny at the bottom of each page.
Oh my goodness, no kidding, eh?
Yeah, I was just like, what does it say? It's still with my glasses on even. It's
you see, that's a Ryan North trope. He does it in Squirrel Girl as well.
Ryan North?
Yeah.
Ryan North is the writer of Squirrel Girl. He's one of my favorite writers. I have some other.
Thank you for holding up that page in particular, Dave, because that has got to be one of my favorites in the whole issue.
Oh, that was just random, but
it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It
looks just like
is it the centerfold image?
What image did you hold up?
I don't know. Which one did I have? The Centerman, maybe.
We'll get to it.
I think
Lower Decks is second.
Centerfold. No, not that one. It was the picture of the ship.
The ship.
Sorry, as you know, I
think it was this one.
Excited about spaceships.
I feel like it was this one.
Oh yeah.
Guys, there was a printing error in my comic book. I want to know if it was in yours.
Really?
Okay, let me see.
Here on this IDW number 2 Star Trek Lower Decks, in the center spread with this Elcar thing, it starts with her duty shift, right? It's Mariner, and it goes 1,500 hours, deflector maintenance, 1,530. Then it goes to 1,600. Then when it comes over here, it said 630.
630.
No, but it's not, because the next time index is 1,700. So so this would have been 1,630.
Yeah, it says 630 hours.
So that's
look, crazy eagle-eyed catch there, Data.
The proofreader. Where was the proofing on this piece before it went to press? I want to know.
Well, we'll be changing that in the radio theater. We'll tell you right now.
I'll just put a little marker for you, David.
Yeah, because I was like, wow, this third part started at 1,600 and went to 630 the next morning. That's a long time.
But I feel like when I read it, I clocked it subconsciously, and I'm like, something's weird here. But then, I did not notice that until now.
But did she do her whole duty shift then in actually 2 hours or 2.5 hours?
She was rushing.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I was fascinated by what they gave her to do. Deflector maintenance, emergency lifeboat supply refresh.
Yeah.
Reaction control systems, thruster alignment. And then restructuring structural integrity fields with like a big
recohering the structural integrity fields.
And she's like, "Come on!" And then 1,700 hours holodeck 1. So she did all those things in like 2 hours. It was impressive, and it showed like all where the ship she had to go. It was like all over the place.
Yeah, I like that. What a great layout for a page.
Yeah, I'm really loving this story. I love the fact that Dracula is a like an open source character that anybody can use in their story. They're like, it only makes it better.
They mentioned that it's like you should all do it. He's like, why wouldn't you put Dracula in every story? I mean, you're stupid not to.
What's the downside?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, what's the downside?
Oh man! Wait till they get their hands on Winnie the Pooh.
That's classic Ryan North writing, though, man. I'm loving this so much. Like they combine two of my favorite things. We're going to talk about Lower Decks first. I was going to do Klingons first, but I think Dave and I can talk forever.
No, I'm forcing the issue. No, I read Lower Decks, so we're going to.
So that's fine. Well, we talked about Lower Decks #1 on the first episode of Trek the Trunk, so
which I also read today. I read them both today.
So plot-wise, we're picking up just after the end of the last issue, where they decide that, as the spread page says, they've got a Dracula problem.
I have that actually, Dave. Hold on. Well, we have the cover here. Let me throw that up.
Oh,
Vampire Boimler.
Great cover.
That's the cover I picked up, but there was also this one, and I thought real hard about it. It's like an old movie poster.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Oh, it really is, isn't it? Yeah.
I like it better. So it was a tough choice.
I like how they do reference that sort of like 60s double feature horror kind of feeling.
You know? And there's the page you were holding up there. There's no denying it, people. We have a Dracula problem.
When you got a Dracula, you got a Dracula.
Yep. But it's funny. I didn't think like the Lower Decks comics would start off with Dracula and the holodeck. But, that's a cool way to go with the holodeck. If I was going to write a holodeck episode, I would love to use a character like Dracula. Like it's using Moriarty, just a character from history, but more sinister and more dangerous.
Yeah.
Sam saying hi.
Hi, Sam.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah. He says in his Brant deal, you were 8th, Pugsley, and Davin came 13th. So recognized.
Well, I am honored.
Wow. Murphy, that is a hell of a new headshot he's got going on there.
Great.
Dave putting IDW on blast.
Is that me
for that typo? You're all like, look, guys, get it together.
Yeah.
But this was great. I'm loving this story. Even though these little captain's logs that start off here are awesome, but I thought putting them on the over here was kind of maybe a mistake. I thought they should have actually put because it actually says here in the credits, like someone just does the letters, right? So somebody chooses to make this so small down here, right? This is like the other caption that they give us, and they want the art to really shine, which I respect, but like it's too small, I think.
Well, his subtitles are always tiny small because he doesn't want you to like have to read them, I think.
They're kind of like optional.
Yeah, they're optional.
Kind of declaims about that in this issue by way of interrupting a panel with those words, which
exactly.
By the way.
I love that too. And it was actually like the worst spot.
Not to interrupt.
I didn't interrupt these spots because they were crazy good, but actually the spot he was interrupting was even crazier. But anyway,
oh man.
Let's carry on with the issue.
Right. So we're still above the what is the name of these folks?
Oh wait, well you know what we should do? Have a quick previously on. So in issue 1, Boimler had a Dracula program running in the holodeck, and as it happens in Star Trek. There was an energy surge while someone was in the holodeck of some strange energy. It was some weird planetary energy, and it made the Dracula real or sentient, I guess, but still a hologram because they just pause him for a while to figure out what to do. And is that where it kind of leaves? That's basically where they leave
pretty
that
much
story.
where we leave him.
Yeah, he bit Mariner.
Yeah, he bit Mariner.
That's right. He
didn't break
bites
the skin
moments after being created. And then I think, meanwhile, down on the planet, Second Contact is going hideously wrong.
Did you guys talk about how Ransom sits on like a green ball in his
No. Well, we probably should have. That's pretty great.
Can you just hold that up a little closer to the camera for a moment? Because we could spend some time on that. He's doing like core crunches and things on that, I think. Doing like stability work. I love the running gag of him constantly exercising.
Yeah, like he would find just sitting offensive. He's like, you're not working out anything. You're just sitting there.
He does like ab crunches sometimes in some panels.
Yeah.
Just like out of the blue while he's talking about something else completely.
And when you go into his office or ready room or whatever, there's always like that weight bench next to his desk. It's like,
but I feel like there's like, if we're going to take our like not as jokey, most sympathetic reading, I feel like he's just a guy with a huge amount of physical energy, right? Like he's like a Jack Russell Terrier of a person, you know? And it's sort of lovely that Starfleet makes room for him to just...
Well, the other part of him...
buddy. You need to just get your energy out, so just do it over the day. Get your steps in.
Imagine how much work he could get done as an engineer, though. They should have steered him towards engineering.
Yeah,
but like I guess like they were screwing around in the holodeck is kind of also the point of part one. Like and Boimler is always like, guys, we can't do this, and the rest of them are like, whatever. Like, kind of cavalier. Mariner.
So that's a callback. That's a callback to Ship in a Bottle from TNG.
Yes,
where they say design something that can defeat Commander Data. But Mariner makes it very clear in this one that they fixed that. You can't do that anymore. And she keeps trying. She's like, see? She's like, create something that can like kill everybody. And then like, no. He's like, Mariner, no. And then Boimler finally, joins in and says something very similar, even worse.
Yes.
Like,
but the problem is they're sitting over a planet which has an atmosphere which is so highly ionized that you can't scan the surface. And during their interaction with it, there is say it with me now, power surge.
Power surge. I was going to say energy surge. Yeah.
As all good holodecks require for an accident. Yeah.
But but they figure out pretty quick that they can pause them. Which is handy. But they realize like that they've created sentient life, and it would be wrong to just turn them off because they feel like they can. And I guess they could have with Moriarty too, eh? Well, he wouldn't let it.
I think what we see is the implication of the precedent of Moriarty, right? Like, what does the existence of Moriarty entail for this story? And I like that. It's a very Star Trek way of telling a story by referencing, but also being like facing the real constraint of like ethical constraint of like, what do we do now since we know about, Moriarty
and Dracula, sentient Dracula, who we've just created.
They, as far as I can tell, in this issue, they begin setting about how to determine whether he's sentient.
Yeah. They have a test.
Yes.
And he passed the test.
I don't know if it's the same one in Blade Runner or not, but something like that.
But something like that. I mean, there's some lovely Turing test jokes in the notes, in Ryan North notes, which I really like. And he's very right that it's like a semiotic test of consciousness, right? It's whether you can pass for a human being in text. But Dracula will have to do a little differently, right? And it's a novel spin on that question. Oh, we've lost Davin for a moment. Well, hopefully the continuum will return him to us. But in the meantime, let's keep on moving until he gets back. I guess the point I was going to make was that the spin I like on this is that their work almost immediately is to begin to try and not figure out how to stop this guy or do whatever to him, just to establish sentience or not, and then they're going to know how to proceed because they now have a policy or some kind of methodology for doing this, right? Like it's actually kind of a scientific way of approaching the situation.
Mm-hmm. And so my thing glitched out there for a second. Glad you guys carried on.
we were okay. It was
we could.
We were worried, but
it's funny though. It said there was a problem, but it's not your fault. That's what the error said.
That's comforting.
Kind of was. Because usually it is when it comes to computers. Yeah.
Do you know what I really loved about these issues, guys, was that I was hearing like the voices of the characters as I read the comic book, which is great. Like it kind of like very much like Simpsons comic books. I feel like it kind of lends itself well, like when you have those characters, and then like if there's like new characters you don't know, you just sort of assign a voice in your head, or maybe it's just your voice that fills whatever, like the alien you've never met or whatever, and so you just have to go with it. But it has a sort of, you can kind of almost infer a personality from like the style of the face that you're getting to, right? And how they go with it from there.
That's a perfect analogy you draw with Simpsons comics there too, because it's true. Like with other Star Trek comics, they're all different art styles. So it's like it's Picard you're looking at, but you may not even know that if they didn't tell you, because it's so different. Yeah. So it is harder to hear the voice, but these comics look exactly like Lower Decks. Like I don't know if this the art is by Chris Finoglio. I don't
know if he's an artist in the animation.
On the show. Yeah, I don't know, but
he's clearly mastered the visual style of the program.
Yeah,
and I have to I confess, when you talked about assigning voices to new characters, when the bridge crew meet, who is it? Is it Divala?
Are you talking about the Doctor, or are you talking about Tendi?
No. The leader of
the people down on the planet.
Oh, yeah. Of the other folks.
The witch hunters.
Not the when they meet her, I heard her voice as Marge Simpson. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, the one later on, the ambassador later on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Delana.
I totally heard her voice as Marge Simpson.
Delana, the sovereign of the Chianti.
That's right. Sovereign of the Chianti. The nice fava beans.
With fava beans, yes. There's the Yentoa and Chianti.
And the Chianti.
Yeah. Was it Chianti?
Who are they talking to first? The Chianti or the
Yentoa? The Chianti are who would bring them to the planet.
Yeah, the Yentoa are who they were with, who wanted to burn them as witches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
where are we at in the issue, fellas? I'm the only one here without it in front of me, so you guys are gonna have to carry us through this.
So
okay, go ahead.
As we're moving forward, they're trying to figure out what they're gonna do with Dracula. They're running all over the ship trying to get back to the holodeck because, as we see quite early in the issue, he's
alert.
The program has reactivated in holodeck 1.
Reactivated himself.
Conveniently says we are in so much trouble.
Yeah.
But back on the planet, of course, we have a much more serious scenario of potential.
There's a chase happening.
That's right.
Yeah, well, they're being like sort of surrounded slowly by these hillbillies with their pitchforks and
and making the situation worse by talking to the Cerritos on their communicators, right? They're invisible witches, they say. Yeah. So that situation is just going downhill, and then Ta'ana decides to try some diplomacy.
She's great at this.
Which, I mean, in the epic words of Hawkeye, I'm great at boats. She's not great at diplomacy. She's great at boats. And it goes as well as you might expect, but it is hilarious.
But it's hilarious because she's a cat. Of course, she's terrible at diplomacy. Her character is perfect. I love her character.
Yeah, she has some really good lines. They give her all like the driest jokes, basically.
Oh yeah.
Feel free to quote
like wait, swears. Did I just spoil the existence of glands? Forget I said that. She's like, oh, this prime directive thing.
And then there was she's trying to wipe our memories because they say like she's trying to take away our.
Oh, that's right.
She used to make herself so bewitchingly furry, is what the line is.
Oh yeah, I think she's human, like looking like the rest of them, but just like bewitched herself for.
Yeah, but this does lead into a beautiful like sideline of this guy going up like, but wouldn't it be funny if we just like made her turn us into furry things? Like, wouldn't
we just all did that?
Made her
if we forced her to give us the make you furry spell before we burn her, wouldn't that be funny? Like if we did it as a joke.
So is he like that planet's like one of the furries? Like there's the
he literally in that moment I think has just discovered he's a furry. Yes,
he's a furry. Yeah. We could all just do it.
I don't know if you've ever seen
yeah, Freeman's like maybe like leave the diplomacy to be.
Yeah. Don't take Anna down there unless somebody's hurt.
Yeah,
and she's pretty funny.
But they're just waiting to tell like Shax. They know Shax at any time can save them.
Yeah.
So they also
he's being like Captain. They're like, no,
tell him.
No, not yet.
Unleash the beast.
The beast.
Oh, they unleash the beast. Which is, can you guys give us the long form of that? The long form of unleash the beast.
Yeah.
Oh, the long form of unleash the beast. That's right.
Yeah.
Of course, the unabridged expression is unleash the Trifelian beastworms from the crimson swamp forest of Trifeliar 6. But you get the idea.
As you say.
As one says, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
See, I love he uses those little subtitles there, sub-quotes. Subtext, I guess you'd call it, for a lot of different things. But I love when he sort of just extends the scene a little bit with them, which he often does. Yeah, Brian North.
There's some great moments that absolutely you could have seen animated in the TV show, like this moment where they're talking about realigning RCS thrusters, and the engineering guy's like, nothing better.
Nothing better.
Like, that's absolutely a little cut moment I could see them animating beautifully.
Yeah.
So I think
great.
Before we even get to the end of this episode, I'm already saying, yes, this could be an animated episode, and I would love to see it that way. But it's already been done, so no need.
What do you think he's drinking in engineering? Think he's just drinking tea? Or are you like
who's this character from Office Space? Who is this guy?
Who?
Oh God, that's not
from Office Space.
Yeah, like the boss. What's the hell? Let me look it up. No, it's not.
Yeah, I know the boss. Lundberg.
Yeah, Lundberg.
Yes.
It's Lundberg.
Who's Lundberg?
The guy in.
Is that what he's doing? Is he doing a Lundberg there?
Right.
Because he has the drink.
I was trying to figure out what the heck
he's like a lower decks Lundberg.
Oh my God, he's Ensign Lundberg.
Oh, that's amazing!
What a great catch! Geez, you're on top of this issue, Dave.
Oh, that's tremendous!
You scoured it with a fine-tooth comb.
Where did you find Ensign Lundberg?
There's a Lundberg. He was like, "Hey, I get it. That clicked when they make they snap into alignment. Nothing better."
Oh yeah.
I'm like, they just put Lundberg into the comic book, like Star Trek.
That's amazing. Oh yeah, I was
Mariner, did you finish your TPS reports? I hear you're having a problem.
Because like the thing that gives it away is the glasses, right?
Right. The fact that he's glasses, I'm like, they wouldn't wear glasses. What's this?
No, they wouldn't wear glasses. They would just.
Yeah, if he didn't have the glasses, the joke he wouldn't necessarily know that he's supposed to be a Lundberg.
Yeah. So my first thought was, is that like a weird drawing of Dwight Schrute? Because I could also see Dwight Schrute geeking out about RCS thrusters being clicked incorrectly.
Yeah, for sure.
No. I think Dave is absolutely right.
I think so.
All
right, Peter. That's what's happening.
So there's all this stuff that happens off screen, like where Mariner's going around doing her duty shift, which we kind of talked about earlier. And then
she got through that in like 2 hours.
Yeah, she comes out to the holodeck and they're all like having a picnic with Dracula.
Yeah, he's actually pretty cool, like a gentleman when you take away his bloodlust. It's just kind of like this gentlemanly guy.
Yeah. So they basically do like the holodeck version of inventing True Blood.
Yes, they make a margarita blood, or what do they call
he's
them?
Eating like a watermelon in one panel. But
he's like snacking on
strawberry daiquiris.
Maybe it's not just a watermelon.
I call them daiquiris.
Yeah,
daiquiris. Yes, I like that.
Absolutely charmed, my dear.
And we get wonderful Boimler lines like, "No, I'm learning command preparedness from someone with hard-won simulated experience for your information."
Yeah,
that's some great dialogue right there.
What do they say about him being like so desperate for mentors or whatever? Mariner. That's a funny line.
Where is that? Oh yeah. Oh my god, dude, you're idolizing hologram Dracula now? You're seriously like a baby duck for mentors.
Yeah, you're a baby duck for mentors. Oh my god. I love Mariner so much.
No, I'm learning command preparedness from someone hard-won simulated experiences for your information.
He's hard-won, been around,
hard-coded, whatever the point it isn't difficult from him. Mary.
Yeah, there's a wonderful Boimler digression about cloaks and how useful they could still be in the 24th century.
Yep.
Defying the clear edict from
this is the greatest. Yeah, when he was like, everyone and the captain and Ransom are gonna love me when I get them all capes. We're all gonna be like, he was the cape guy.
This guy.
This is like the greatest. Like, this would play so well on TV.
And he's like, we could totally, like, this could happen and we could end up on this frozen planet and whatever. And Rutherford's just like, the chances of that are actually pretty good.
Too plausible.
Are not. Yeah, they're not negligible. So we have to. It's only too plausible.
My nice warm cape. It's a little warm.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Starfleet capes would be pretty cool.
I think they should have a Halloween cape at any rate.
Yeah. I mean, sure, there's a cape wearing species in the Federation, you would think.
The Deltans seem to like high collars and capes.
Vulcans like capes, don't they?
Klingons wear capes on their armor sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. They're like those big like cloakamajigs like the Chancellor wears.
Mm.
Yeah. Romulans are known to have capes at times. I have a couple outfits in Star Trek Online.
Yes.
It's true. So as I recall, they're very short capes.
But Romulans certainly not in the Federation.
Not yet.
I don't think I've ever seen a Cardassian.
No
Cardassian capes. They're not a cape wearing people.
They're not. I don't see it. I don't see that at all.
Bajorans, they like capes and robes and stuff like that. Robes.
Anyway,
so we're having a picnic in the holodeck.
Yep.
Back to the picnic.
Back to Dracula charming them.
Drinking daiquiris.
So he's
he couldn't do certain things. He couldn't hypnotize.
Yeah, he can't like turn other people into vampires. He can't do any of the impossible things, they say. It's just like he's just a simulation of Dracula.
There's a lovely comment that he is invulnerable to light because he's composed of it.
Yeah, so a benefit there.
Right.
Like this would be a really quick issue otherwise if he was a hologram. Like that
exactly, right? I mean, like Vic Fontaine's band, he may not know that, but we'll have to see. So so they've made him a little Dracula land that he can hang out in. One of the things I love about the way the issue proceeds with him is that they totally take him as like just an absolute pop figure.
Oh yeah,
they're not picking up like Bram Stoker's like crazy like ancient history like Huns and Magyars and all that sort of stuff. Dracula in Transylvania, like they're picking up Dracula from your cereal box. like Count Dracula, basically.
Yeah, it was a little bit of Bela Lugosi's Dracula.
Exactly. Well, yeah, absolutely,
all the others.
Yeah. And it's
like they even say Vaunt. He's just like they go on about why you have to say Vaunt.
Yeah,
I want to do this.
Yeah, exactly. But at one point, Dracula's like, here, one picks up a few tricks over centuries of adventure, canon and otherwise. And young Master Boimler has been a very attentive student. But like centuries of adventures, canon and otherwise, is a lovely way to point that, Dracula goes out of copyright sometime, 20th, 21st century. And then there's literally like 500 years of people going hog wild with this story between there and Boimler. Who knows what Dracula has been doing in the 22nd and 23rd centuries, right?
True, he's probably already been to space like Jason X.
Right? Alien versus Predator versus Dracula?
Definitely.
At least in a fictional sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like there's definitely that holo program out there somewhere. Alien versus Predator versus Dracula.
The lore of Dracula will only have expanded even tenfold by that point.
Yeah.
Right. But I like it as a comment on the idea of, because like Ryan North here is literally, as you said, Davin, from the earlier issue, picking up on a joke, clearly intentionally made in the notes, about Dracula being in the public domain. So he's like making this sort of subtextual joke about Dracula now into a metatextual plot point in the story, right? That he's referring inside the canonicity of this story and maybe the canonicity of Star Trek to Dracula's potential canon and non-canon adventures once he went out of copyright several centuries ago after he made a note about it in the last story, right? Like there's this beautiful tangle going on that I really love in that little piece of dialogue. Anyway, yeah, that's just me nerding out though.
It's a great issue. Yeah. Where were we?
Oh, he can still, however, turn into a bat.
Right.
That was
and possibly other things, because there's a thing about shapeshifters later.
Yes. Yeah. Of course, classically, Dracula can turn into a wolf.
Yep.
And mist.
Yep.
And a rat as well, I think, or a group of rats.
And then he says, I love that he keeps the cape, is what Rutherford says.
Oh, yeah.
I love that he keeps the cape.
Tendy and Rutherford are just like down with Dracula right off the bat.
Yeah. Tendy's drinking strawberry daiquiris.
Yes.
Not,
So they think.
Meanwhile, back on the planet, though.
Oh my God, it's not going well.
Shax is going.
Oh yeah, he's unleashing the beast.
Yeah, he has unleashed the beast. The Trifelian
and they just
beast.
Don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Oh, look at his happy little face there, though.
Oh, I know he's loving it. Yeah.
Isn't he having a wonderful time? He's like, this is the happiest I've been in years.
He's following the prophets there.
Exactly.
This guy's not having a fun time, though.
No.
He got like kicked in the balls or something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, and the subtext there is just like there was like some dialogue and stuff, but I didn't want to interrupt Shax's glorious moment, basically.
These people are like running in fear. Like they're so scared.
They've never seen the likes of Shax before.
Yeah, Shax is just.
They really thought they had it all squared away once they tied them to those posts,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were still probably looking for the invisible witches.
That's true. You have to throw paint at them. Or
just throwing paint everywhere.
So there's a lot of that.
Well, yeah, that's our page. Then we're back to Dracula, who's they're all just sort of trying to deal with Mariner's disbelief over these next couple of pages, that she's just confused that it's all gone this way, but they introduce her to the fact that they've sort of made up an artificial blood from the replicators. We get the wonderful Dracaries joke. I call them Dracaries, says Boimler in his cape.
Yeah, they explain like the blood from the replicators, and then you guys are drinking blood. She goes, "No, we made strawberry daiquiris. Only Dracula gets blood ones, and they are a delight, my friends." And he goes, and then Boimler says, "I call them daiquiris." Which species blood did you replicate? And Rutherford says it's a mix of bloods. Computer, give me some blood.
A cocktail. Just give me a
cocktail of bunch of. Oh no! Computer, cancel.
Could fictional Dracula enjoy Vulcan blood?
Oh, I bet it'd be like an exotic taste to him.
I know. Would this be like Frank's Red Hot sauce in the middle of all the rest?
Could be like poison. Could be
right.
I have a further question. Could Dracula handle Klingon blood?
Could you get a Vulcan vampire?
Of the Klingon heart.
Yeah.
Could you get other species vampires? Could you get Klingon vampires, Vulcan vampires?
A Klingon vampire would terrorize the cosmos. Can you imagine? I turn into a wolf targ.
Yeah.
And how does the whole night and day thing for a vampire work in space?
You're always in starlight somehow.
No windows if you don't want to get the
or
sunlight.
Not.
Yeah, because a lot of spaceships have
starlight. Yes,
very little outside area.
Yeah,
but you're right.
They're vulnerable to starlight as they are to sunlight.
Yeah,
one would assume.
Well, they can't be vulnerable to starlight because when they're out at night, there's stars.
The Enterprise and other Starfleet ships are using transparent aluminum. I don't know what that thickness of transparent aluminum, because they're thick windows when you look at those.
Right. It probably takes out the UV.
I'm thinking it's going to block a lot of radiation other than simple natural light.
So maybe
a vampire is just perfectly fine in a spaceship. They can just operate 24
That's what I'm thinking.
Like Data.
So a Klingon vampire would be even more terrifying.
This has turned into a conversation just about how do vampires
work in space?
What's the rules of vampires in space, and more specifically in Star Trek? So
we do that over here in the science division.
Oh my goodness!
We analyze.
We do go on a bit, as the saying seems to go.
Indeed, we do go on.
But it's important. I want to know how the different bloods would taste, how the different species would become vampires, immortals, perhaps.
Well, now. The thing is that we're catastrophizing in some sense, or speculating at least in a catastrophic way about what would happen if things became vampires. But in this case, what we discover is that Mariner has finally had I'm trying to get this in the right spot here, a revelation. She says there's no catch. This for Mariner is decisive. She kind of comes into the situation looking at this new scene with fresh eyes, and I think that's what allows her to get that sort of real insight going on.
I do that with slave jobs all the time. Sometimes you just got to walk away for a little bit.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. You walk away or get somebody else if you can to just take a quick look or whatever it is. So this is the thing. Their sense is there that why not? He's got a great, cool house to live in and things.
He does. This Dracula.
Oh, this is I've been waiting for this.
He's in all the biggest moments in history. And the subtext is how can you prove that Dracula wasn't at all the greatest moments in history?
Yes.
You can't.
Now, the best one is just here is the baby Dracula with Mariner and Boimler as the parents.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Really
hard. It doesn't seem to fit the other ones.
Yeah, I'm that's not even a moment that happened. That's just something his imagination.
Well, except that in a weird way, it happened in the last issue, right?
So they gave birth to him, yeah.
And
sees them as his parents. Ooh, deep.
Why is he holding up a
deep stuff going on here? This is a great issue.
Dracula's holding up a penguin, like it's the Lion King in one panel. And it's like a painting he has in his house, in his holographic house, along with there's a painting of Dracula biting a Borg and the Borg looking scared.
That's a good one. I want that painting on my wall.
Now, I got to say, this is a total diversion again, but one of the things it reminds me of, so years and years and years ago, like early 2000s, for a brief time, I lived at Vimy Ridge, the Canadian National Memorial in France. Because I was just at university, I was living there with my folks. My dad was the director of the site at the time. And at one point, we went to this concert in this place called Ablain Saint-Nazaire, very close to the site. And what's really amazing about this town is that, like, the whole town is full of this, like, musical tradition, right? So, like, from wee little kids up to, like, 80-year-olds, they play brass, woodwind, percussion, keyboard, all sorts of things. And all sorts of ages yearly do this concert around Christmas time. So you can imagine it's a longish concert. It's like 4.5 hours long because like every demographic in this town is playing stuff. But they get to the very end. And this was the most amazing part of the whole thing. Because this has been a beautiful evening, right? And they decide that a whole mixture of people from the town, from younger kids to the really, really skilled elder players, are going to put on this like musical thing for us. And the musical thing is titled Haydn, or The Life of Haydn, the Vampire. So Joseph Haydn, the composer, they don't tell you his life. They tell you his life from the moment
he became a vampire.
Dr. Faustus turns him into a vampire. And from then on, it was 45 of the wildest musical minutes I have ever gone on. It's sort of like a riff on Sympathy for the Devil, if you can imagine it, but it's Haydn the Vampire showing up at like the French Revolution and all these crazy things. Yeah, this is what it made me think about.
Who was eventually killed by Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Right, by Abe Lincoln. Or somewhere in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, right?
Right, it's like in the same vein as that. Or Dracula and Tribbles.
Intersections. Yeah.
This is interesting. Hi there, my friends. Just wanted to say, also, I would like to mention that I am getting a strong sense that the gentleman on the top right, that's you, Dave, looks like he makes an absolutely impeccable spaghetti sauce. Is that true?
I have practiced a lot over the years. I make a pretty mean spaghetti sauce.
And you read people well, Pink Cat 69.
Indeed.
Just a regular, everyday, normal guy.
That's right.
So where we at, fellas? This is going to be part two of a 3-part story here.
It is part 2 of 3-part story.
Bring us home on this one. I'm itching.
Back around. We're talking about the Federation do-over. The wonderful superpower of the Federation is forgiveness. Recalling our earlier discussion the other week about the Federation being soft on crime. And Dracula can have a do-over. He doesn't believe it. He doesn't think that the Cerritos could really have him as a crew member because of the kind of creature he is and what he tried to do to Mariner right after creation. That's really his sense of his kind of original sin, right?
There's a line in
here.
They're
not going to let me do anything. I tried to bite you. They're not going to forget about
There's a line in here from Boimler that's really interesting where he goes, she's right, Dracula. The Federation values forgiveness and believes in supporting individuals as they grow into people they were always meant to become. So that means you could really like screw up as long as you're like, I learned from it and I'm growing.
Right? Like Tom Paris.
Officers do that all the time.
Basically. Yeah. Right, but I couldn't help but think of like I don't know, like in Star Trek Discovery, there's a bunch of that where like Book goes like in spoilers for Star Trek Discovery season 4, but like Book kind of like goes off book and he goes rogue and he tries to take on these alien species and start an interstellar war, sort of like because he thinks he's right and defy the democracy. And
he's not Starfleet though.
No, but he went rogue. You know, he was part of the convention that voted on what to do. So he was bound by the terms of it, like everybody else. Mm-hmm. So anyway, but there's like, okay, well, you know, you meant well, so it's okay. And There's a lot of that.
We're gonna have to fight a war, and millions will die. But your heart,
unless you're a Maquis, then you're definitely getting jail time.
Exactly right.
We're eradicated. It didn't go well.
Certain forms of resistance are entirely illegitimate, sirs. But yeah, no, I mean, Dave makes a great point. That
Devin looks like
you know there are these ethical
complications. Sam, I haven't made chicken wings in a very long time.
Salmon wings?
Yeah, sure.
The wings of the salmon.
The wings of a salmon are tender and delicious.
Those are fins.
Oh yeah.
No wings.
And you want those crispy if you're gonna eat them.
Cabbage and margarita. That's
yeah. Fun. So anyway, back to the issue.
I don't know what that means.
We've talked about the Federation do-over. Shax knocks everybody out.
They're out. I love that line too. They're just like, "Wow, are those aliens like super easy to knock out or something?"
Yeah.
Like, no, I'd say actually a little harder than most.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway, no.
Her face is wonderful. She's like, "Huh."
Well, they're an item, so they're an item.
But I mean, think about it. Like,
a little turned on.
Cats love getting fighty.
They do.
And even their mating is pretty like Klingon style fightiness. So, yeah, that's a tense moment there. And then the actual Kavanti show up.
Oh yes, and turns out they were never talking to the Kavanti.
Now, any of this dialogue, just imagine it with Marge Simpson's voice. It's so good.
Now, this is interesting Star Trek plot, and they've done things sort of like this before with like Kesprit, where there's two very different sides to the planet, though in a different way. In that they're both more capable,
but I think the interesting difference here. Sorry, go ahead, Dave.
Well, I no, you go ahead because I just think it's what I was going to get into was that this is a very interesting Star Trek plot and some interesting science fiction ethical questions that are brought up here. And even I think you can look at some things on Earth today that I think we need to look inward on based on what we see here. So,
yeah. So with that as a preface, their leader, Delaney, tells them that, like the Federation, the Kavanti have developed something like a prime directive about the Yentoans, from whom they separated like thousands and thousands of years ago, and that their only punishment for cultural contamination is death.
This is like, yeah, we split off a long time ago. We went in sort of different directions. We became more capable. They didn't.
They did not.
They still have pitchforks and believe in witches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how they say, like, again, back to being still like the thing about Lower Decks is they can always still cram a serious Star Trek plot into all these silly episodes, right? It's so good. And these comics continue that. They could easily be episodes. Luckily, they will be Star Trek radio.
Like the death penalty aside and their extreme punishments, like is what the Kavanti do? Is this ethical?
I think, I mean, in principle, I think yes. I mean, in respect of and I think, I can pick up a real world example if you want, Dave, because I think I can see where you're going. Like, say the Sentinelese people,
right?
Yeah,
who are out. I think somewhere off the coast of Sri Lanka, am I right, or somewhere in the Indian Ocean? And
that's almost the perfect example because it almost went the exact same way. Like that's what I kind of cut myself off saying earlier, but I was going to say that like it's interesting that as soon as they rediscovered these people, they immediately took the step to back away and not contaminate them, which is, pretty advanced thought, when that would have happened.
You're talking about Freeman and Shax?
No, not Freeman and Shax. When the Kavanti rediscovered, what are they called again? The other ones?
The Yentoans.
The Yentoans. Yatoa. The Kavanti immediately backed away and didn't contaminate their culture because they realized they were more primitive, which is interesting. Just like I would say probably happened with the Sentinelese, it seems.
I actually disagree with it, because I think that like we all can choose our own path in life, and I think we want to try to bring as much liberty to anybody born in the human race as possible. And if you think about, like, we can't control what we're born into, but we can choose to leave our country or to go somewhere else or to live a whole different life or to become a whole different person if we choose to. And I think, like, if you're born into a culture that you don't have the chance to escape from, because everyone tells you live inside of a world that have different rules, the world of magic and a world of superstition, and just beyond the horizon is like knowledge and escape from ignorance. And I think I guess I have empathy
as well. Yeah.
I have empathy for the young person born in the Sentinelese island who never got the chance to really know. Guess what, man? Like, we go to space. There's there's awesome stuff out here. You don't even know, like.
Is it better for the Intoans that the Cavanti left them alone, or is it just better easier for the Cavanti?
I guess what I hear in this are both the themes of consumer choice and of the possibility of a kind of imperialism of culture, that obviously people would want to know about spaceships. I guess to me, the question is, to what degree is contact possible for that culture without this other extraordinarily like industrial and energetic and like just steamrollingly massive sort of over culture that exists all around it? To what degree is that contact going to render it unable to survive that?
I think that there's some onus here on the Cavanti to at least try to establish the most basic of contact with, like, hey, we live on this planet too with you, and you have your culture, we have our culture, we respect you, you keep your space, we have more advanced technology, we're not going to give it to you.
Need help, we can probably help you.
Ask for help. And like, if there was somebody who wanted to like flee your culture because they didn't want to live there, then we would accept them. And like she's saying, like, biologically, there's no distinguish, right? And I think like there was some episodes of Next Generation that dealt with like this idea, because there was that one episode where there was 3/4 of the planet wanted to join the Federation, but this 1/4 was like more resistant and didn't want to. And Captain Picard's like, well, like that's kind of like the whole point. You have to bring the whole planet together before you're really ready to join the galaxy. And that's
a good point. Like he's
I think at the local level, I think it's an excellent point.
Though Earth didn't even do that because Australia was a holdout for a while. So a bit hypocritical. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like there was United Earth joined the United Federation of Planets before Australia joined United Earth. Yeah.
Right. And there was maybe some correlation in thought between this idea of like, you're only going to invent warp drive around the time you come together as a planet, probably, but maybe not, right? You might still have divided nations when you invent warp drive, but maybe there's a good chance if you haven't destroyed each other with like nuclear weapons by that point, or or something worse. There's a chance you've come together by that point, and now you're ready to join the galaxy anyway. So it's a good time to start the whole first contact procedure.
And this is an interesting
DB9 topic,
right? Yeah.
And much better ethically for you to have gotten to that point in your civilization without any interference from other species meddling or trying to, influence things one way or the other.
Well, that's the Prime Directive.
Right. But the Prime Directive also has like a degree of like maintaining the peace with all the powers of the galaxy. Because you could imagine like, the Prime Directive is also a matter of like, Starfleet and the Federation say, we're going to protect these worlds that haven't been developed yet. Because like, the Klingons or whoever would love to go there and go, hey, you're now part of the Klingon Empire. Hey, like you're so much more primitive and you can treat them more poorly. And I think that gives like the Federation this moral onus to protect worlds of that sort of thing. And that's probably a good source of the conflict between the Federation and the Empire,
I suspect you're right. That in some sense, these are sort of like civilization preserves, and like, no, just stop running over this stuff roughshod,
Right? It's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, the Romulans did this with the Nausicaans, right? The Nausicaans were a slave species for them for a long time. and eventually end up having, space flight and all sorts of. They're getting in on that action, but they're one of those worlds where you can sort of see the effects of that occurring. So in any event, she
canon stickler Dave there in some apocrypha.
I thought I snuck that in there.
No, I was listening.
Great.
He's like, that was just for the listeners. That wasn't for you guys.
Declares they're going to have to blow the whole damn thing up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this brings us around to Cerritos being attacked, photon cannons going off at them.
Uzani, his fist closed, sir.
Oh yes.
He goes, "What the hell?" And he goes, "Zinda."
Zinda. Yeah,
I love Kayshawn. Kayshawn's great.
Kayshawn's great.
So right, we'll be back later. Of course, Godspeed, my friends. Computer end program. But what's happened in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
Rutherford has skinned his knee. If you look just in here.
Oh, I thought he cut his hand.
I think his knee looks scratched, or maybe he cut his hand and it got all over his pants and stuff.
Cut his hand from like a glass. There's a broken glass too.
Yeah. What that leaves. Dun 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 is
a revelation.
Real blood, the revelation of true blood. Sorry, that's going to be my last True Blood joke of the whole thing.
Little bloodlusty Dracula next issue.
Indeed. And what he wants to do
and he seemed to be playing them.
And he's in space, and he doesn't even need a spacesuit.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's true. What's vacuum or loss of air going to do to him?
And Boimler's got the cape on the outside of his EV suit.
That's pretty great.
Well, as we do with all issues of comic books on this show, do we add it to the head canon? I mean, I added the last issue to the head canon.
I would add this to head canon.
Yeah, man, this is good stuff.
I think that this easily fits within, unless they want to do this as an episode one day. But
yeah, like if this Dracula character shows up on the show, and they just I would love if these started playing off each other, like they didn't have to explain.
Oh, that'd be great, eh?
Too much, but
this is great. Because you could hear the characters. It felt really it feels really authentic to Lower Decks, and it just translates well, just like The Simpsons. Things we were hitting on. It's you hear Freeman, you hear Shax, because we have 3 seasons with these characters now. So for me, it works really well. This is the time to do this kind of stuff.
My batleth is getting itchy.
All right, you're talking about Klingons.
Well,
but we all added that one to the head canon, right? This is good stuff.
Oh yeah,
good Lower Deck stuff. Yeah, here it is. Oh, I got that, Dave. I got it right here.
Right,
we're gonna bring it right up on screen here. Oh yeah, Star Trek Klingons one shot. I'm gonna say right off the start, this is the comic I didn't know that I needed. Like, I'm gonna spoil my headcanon answer right now. Not only is this headcanon, like I needed this for my headcanon.
I can't wait till we do it as a radio theater.
I mean, I'm talking about Klingons.
Oh, Klingons.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Klingons issue.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, tell me about
Lower Decks one's great, definitely headcanon, but this Klingons one I needed for my headcanon. This fills in a lot about the Klingons, and it's told amazingly well. We start off here.
Yeah, gorgeous.
So
beautiful pictures of Kronos, and it's
we have Kahless basically walking down from the mountain, having just forged his batleth from the lava of that mountain that we've heard of Worf speak of before. And he's heading towards somebody, and somebody's waiting for him. And there's going to be a fight. And this is a fight we've heard of. See, they hit quickly on a lot of even through the whole thing, really, a lot of the Klingon lore we've heard of before. But
and the beautiful questions right off the top, right? What secrets has Christoch revealed to you at her endless forge? Does the blood of Konos flow through your veins? Are you more than Klingon now?
Yes, he's basically
That's an
inventing.
interesting question to pose at the start of the story, right? Because all of these questions are posed in a very particular way that Kahless is going to meet like head on, which I love.
And this is all like around his father's property, and they're all mad at him. Like his family's mad at him because he's like left, and he's like found, as he says, he's found honor. But essentially, they keep calling him like, what do they call him? Like holy man or stuff like that. They think he's like this weird mystic man or something. Yeah, they think he's this weird mystic because he believes in strange mystical things like honor.
That's mystical?
At this point in Klingon.
What year is it? What year is this in Klingon history?
Well, this is Kahless.
This is thousands of years.
A thousand years ago, then, roughly.
At least, yeah.
That's the time of Kahless.
It's the time of Kahless,
right?
Directly after the time of
Kahless,
when the Herc were there too.
No, the Herc.
We haven't seen the Herc yet. No, not in this issue. But
they come later.
Later.
We see
this
beautiful art. So that the image that we should that's beautiful.
Skipped a little head there.
This image right here of Kahless's face.
That's Kahless's face.
Look at that forehead.
And the guy on the left in the white shirt is his brother. And his brother
Molor?
Not Moloth, I believe his brother.
Moloth, yeah.
Moloth is his brother?
Yeah, Molor is like the
or more. It says Moroth here.
Morath, that's it.
Morath.
Molor
is a good story.
Yes, it is.
Kind of is this god figure on Konos, Molor.
Yeah,
and like which comes up later in the issue, so I won't spoil that. But anyway,
and it looks like Christock is also some sort of spirit or god, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like god of
they seem to have a bunch. Well, they do have a bunch of old gods.
Yeah, they sure do.
So
we also see it interspersed. The story is interspersed with these other sorts of images that, as you see, have a different background, and there's not a word of explanation about them in the whole issue, which I love. But it's this. I feel like it's the presence of memory. It's almost like we get a special access to what
Kahless
is remembering or thinking about in the moment, and here it's either, and by the look of that little tiny forehead there, it looks like that's Kahless watching his father. I would suspect. And what he says is, "I found honor." And then, of course, we turn to the page.
Because his brother's like, "What's wrong with you?" Like everyone's like, "What the hell happened to you? You used to be normal," and he's just like, "I found honor." And he's immediately very cognizant of those that don't have that, and he has no pity or mercy for them. He's just like, it's like honor or bust in his mind. Now that he's found it.
Honor,
and he says it here, right?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Father. What you spent your life building, I will burn in an hour. Okay. The isolation you kept so well, I shall break today.
Are Klingons at this time more like Jemadar?
And victory is life.
Victory is just life. Like that's all they care about.
I would say they were closer to that. I think what they seem to be is a spiritually destitute people.
Yeah, they have gods that they believe in, or at least like kill for.
But
it's Molor though. Well,
no, isn't like they killed their gods, didn't they?
Well, that hasn't happened yet. Like, Kahless is going to do that.
Kahless kills the gods.
In theory,
yeah.
Well, so anyway, there's the big fight between Moroth and Kahless kills his brother.
And in a certain sense, like what Kahless is seeking is that sort of a quality which would go deeper than the belief in individual gods or the sense of power and victory. But it's like what Nietzsche in the genealogy of morals calls depth, right? Like that's what, like when people become deep, there is there's a quality of self-presence and of self-determination in that, which is like resolute, right? Like, because Nietzsche's Übermensch, independent of what generations of maligners have said about it, is literally about one that overcomes themselves, right? That becomes a generator of values simply by being who they are.
That's Stoicism as well.
Life. Oh, and Nietzsche was deeply read in Stoicism, absolutely, right? And I think the sense of eternal return in Nietzsche, which would be like that subtle fire and the sort of ionion in specifically in the Stoic sense, is absolutely consonant with it. Yeah, and I feel like Kalis coming down the mountain here is like Zarathustra coming down off the mountain in Nietzsche's book. You know, he's got some truth and he's bringing it with a batleth. It's awesome.
But it's also like the beginnings of a philosopher king too.
Yes,
because he's also my boy Aurelius.
Yes, yes. You know, who like any good Klingon likes to fight a Targ with his bare hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, but he makes nice with that Targ, I think, doesn't he?
Yes, they become great friends. They have a
Great
good
friends.
fight.
Yeah,
and
he's all played like Klingon cleric stories. The guy that he made friends with that Targ.
Yeah, see, he did.
It has great dialogue. Snorf.
He's like, I could eat you, Targ, but
you know, I can tell you from my own dog who lives at home that Snorf is a very important part of his dialogue as well.
Snorf.
Yeah, that's right. So he says, "My name is."
Look
Caleb.
At the face of this Klingon,
right?
That's a Klingon who has found honor in his heart.
So he carries his Targ up a mountain.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing. He just like puts his Targ in a bag and puts it on his back and climbs a mountain. Kalis is no joke.
So they go up to a place called Three Turn Bridge, which is just.
This is my favorite thing in the whole thing. The concept of this town where there's this, which as we see becomes the Klingon symbol, the bridge, that three-turn bridge.
That's what it is. It's a symbol.
Put that back up for Dave to see. Well, there's better.
I'll hold this up. Is that good in the light right there?
A little higher. Yeah. See, that's the bridge in the center, and that's
what it's supposed to represent.
Mm-hmm. Well, like Klingon culture, as Worf knows it, and we know it in Star Trek, is basically being formed in this moment,
right here. Yeah.
Okay.
And so that image is the image of what's going to happen in this place.
Yeah.
I
love this though. Three-turn bridge. So like at the end of each of those points on that three-turn bridge is a different warlord. That thinks he's the rightful warlord of the whole thing. And
but you're looking at like even the styles of Klingon architecture, like the notes you can see in the dioramas from TNG and other places, they're all right in there. It's so well done.
Yeah. And it's like clearly in like a caldera. Like what a crazy town. Like everything about I would just love to see that town on film.
So he's like gone from one volcano to another, basically, right?
Yeah.
Volcanism.
What is that? Is that where the first city is? Is that where will that come to be? Like in the on the planet?
That's a great question.
Are they getting into like the planet's geography very much?
No,
not a whole lot so far. They're not saying much about it.
I mean, they give you the volcano where he forms his batleth, which is a big thing, and this whole three-turn bridge town is amazing. I mean, we've never heard of it before, I don't think, but it's a genius creation, I think.
I think it's quite lovely, and you know, he approaches the town saying, "Let us see what they think of a true Klingon."
Yeah, true.
You know, and this is his abiding sort of theme throughout the rest of the story, ultimately, right? And one that we recognize from very early seasons of TNG when, in the first season when those three Klingons and then ultimately 2 Klingons are aboard the Enterprise. And when Kern first shows up, these are the questions they ask. Does Klingon blood run in your veins? Not this biological liquid, but does Klingon blood run in your veins? Is that a Klingon?
Klingon blood runs as reddish pink as ever.
Right?
And oh god, I forget what I was gonna say. Oh, so Kahless. The thing about Kahless. Okay. Oh my god, I've lost my train of thought. Come back to me in a second. I'll remember.
So I'll move through the story a little more. Kahless comes in and meets each of the warlords in turn.
Oh, I got it.
All have their
I remember what I was
styles.
going to say. So
Okay,
the thing that's great about Kahless here is honor is his superpower, or at least he believes that. Like what he's gone up that volcano and come down with his bat'leth, and he is 100% sure that he can and will do whatever he wants to, whatever honor demands. Like no doubt, he has no self-doubt at all. And it's just, and other Klingons are looking at it, they're like, that's why they think he's a mystic. They're like, does this guy have magical powers or whatever? But really, he just has like honor and complete self-belief.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's interesting about him as a character. Yeah.
And so what we see here, I think, for me, are like 3 pictures of possibilities in Klingon culture.
Oh, yeah.
So
I think I have that here, right?
First meet Koth, son of Kun, victor of the Ashen Pass, warrior of 60 summers. So this is deeds, honor, history, legacy. Then we meet
you skipped ahead just a touch though, because basically Kahless walks into town and they're like, now that you're in the town, you have to commit yourself to one of these warlords. You basically have to become and he's just like, well, take me to them then.
Yes.
I want to meet them all. Yeah.
So the first one is about sort of victory, and might makes right.
And it's the old guy who like formed the town. He says like he was like kind of like the first warlord. It would seem
he's the one who raised the bridge.
Yeah.
And then there's Yebek, daughter of Poe. All who fall under her protection know revel everlasting blood wine flows from my throne like mother's milk. She's revels.
She's the money makes right.
Yeah, and that passion and like excess make right. Like she's the what was that guy? We're gonna party hard. You know that guy, Andrew something. She's like that dude for Klingons. And then there's Borat, son of none. I come from no royal lineage.
He's like, I made my
power to the greatest of all Klingons, the blood-soaked, god-crowned Molor.
He's more like the religious zealot. And he thinks
might make right in a different way, right? But he's like claiming it from somebody else.
Yeah. Molor gives me my power, and that's why I'm right, and Molor's great.
Yes.
And we always wonder who's Molor. Like we always hear about him in Klingon stuff on the shows, and we're just like,
you want to take him down,
Klingon, or like, what's his deal?
He's to be beaten.
It's interesting.
And now it's interesting that each of these sets of Klingons, they're all already wearing this armor.
Mm-hmm.
So that itself is a very, very, very ancient piece of Klingon. And Klingon attire.
And another detail I find interesting is they all have these various weapons that all look very Klingon and all have similarities to bat'leths and things like that. But not one character in this book, other than Kahless, has a bat'leth because he just invented it on the volcano. They have all these, like, one guy has like it would be a bat'leth if he just like melded it together, but it's like 2 ends of a bat'leth and he has one on either hand and stuff. But no one has ever actually tried this design yet in Klingon society.
I watched a bunch of YouTube videos like them testing that design against like conventional swords and things like that. And they're like, it has some pros and cons, but it's kind of a strange weapon in some ways.
Schola Gladiatoria just put a really neat episode up about it where, spoiler alert, His answer was context matters. But
Skolagrim did one
really
on it
interesting,
as well.
like few episodes, like things that have come out about this recently, eh? So in the end, what happens is Kahless declares himself. He says, I am Kahless, son of Kanjit, hermit of the Kristak Fire Mountains. I have forged this blade from its fires to bring you his message. I carve an ancient word in stone that won't mean anything to you.
To any of you.
Any of them at all.
Which honor?
But that doesn't turn out to necessarily be true, which we will find out.
Yeah. Do you know this word? And then this is a wonderful page because they do this a couple of times in the issue. Here, you can read either straight across both pages.
Yep.
Or you can almost read both pages individually.
I tried to do both.
Different sense.
Yeah.
I would be inclined to read the left page first and then the right page.
That's
but
what
I feel like it actually goes better the other way.
Yeah.
I agree with Gavin. Yeah, I think chronologically it follows the other way, but this way it's like a popcorn of conversation.
Because he's having these conversations at different times, so it doesn't really matter in which order you present them to the reader. It is quite genius. Yeah. And
it really reminds me of Worf talking about Klingon stories at Quark's bar.
I wish I could have found this.
Do you believe it? Then it's true.
Yeah. And then eventually Kahless is just like, you know what? Screw all of you guys. I don't think I'll follow any of you. And they just laugh at him. They're like, well, you're going to die. So they're like, why? He's like, because I have honor. And they're like, joke. Oh, no, that's later on when he says what the word is. They're like, what is the word? Because they don't know what it is.
But here he says, your warlords have dined well while you feed on scraps.
Oh, he's outside talking to the people of the town. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's calling them all out.
Yeah.
I'm standing in the middle of the bridge, and he's just like, yeah, they have no honor. Like, they're not worth being subjugated, like, by. They're just like, don't do it. Get honor yourself. I'll take care of these guys for you, basically.
How do you get honor?
Yeah, find it on a volcano, Dave.
But like weirdly, like honor feels like for Kahless what a concept like grace could be in a more contemporary, say, Western context, right? Like the problem is it's something that can't be simply grasped.
It's like self-respect, right? Is that what it really
in a certain sense? Yeah, or like having integrity.
Yeah,
you simply gotta live into it, I think, as a principle.
But also, I would say like he's like also make decisions for a more positive outcome and like a less selfish outcome. Like all these Klingons are 100% self-serving, is what you get, really.
Yeah. And where Kahless will declare to the warlords that I do not believe in gods.
Yeah, he's like, I don't believe in your gods. Or like, did he say something even worse? He's like, I killed your gods or something. Like he said something.
No, not yet.
No.
But so his brother at the beginning of the issue asks him, are you more than Klingon now? I'm not sure that Kahless would ever say he's more than Klingon, but
no, he'd say he's a true Klingon.
With his brother, he would agree that he fights for more than himself, as he always said he would. And I think that's part of what being a true Klingon is for Kahless. It's that fight that extends beyond yourself.
That's kind of what Worf always said too.
Yeah. Exactly. We get this great page with the warriors squaring up here.
Like the greatest battle of a Klingon is battling his own warrior's heart. Like,
oh yeah,
I could be a complete like self-serving lunatic, or I could be awesome like Kahless. And there they are. So basically, all the warlords send all their thugs at Kahless. There he is in the middle, and he's gonna have to fight all of these friggin' armies, basically, because there's the guys you see there running at him, and there's a way more than that.
And he's going to fight waves of these dudes. So
yeah, like they show like. Well, you can put the.
I'm going to skip the great battle because people should at least see some of this. But one of the things they do very well is depict time.
Yeah, that's what I wanted you to show.
Yeah. So they show him fighting basically from like all the way through one day through to the beginning of the next.
At least. Yeah, okay. So not quite 24 hours, but like he's probably been fighting for like 16 hours or something.
Pretty darn close, right? Like 15, 20 hours he's been at it.
Or like what's a day on Konos? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
As far as hours go, but
and at the
but
end
he's been
of
fighting and like he's not even breaking a sweat really, as far as you can tell. He's just like throwing guys off the bridge. He's he's
just killed them all.
Yeah.
And then the final of the three warlords that what's his name? The Son of None.
The Son of None. He's a cool character, man. I like this.
He's interesting. Gorat, Son of None. Gorat, will kill you 3 times, he says.
Yeah.
Once because he didn't let him kill the other 2. Once for glory of Molor, and once because he has no choice. And then he pulls his
this is awesome
armor aside and shows him this.
A little lower. Oh no, there it is. You got it. Yep. No, never mind. Yeah. Up a little.
Is Molor?
No, he's not Molor. He actually has a tattoo of the symbol that Kalis drew in the dirt. So he's just like, none of you know what this word means. That guy held his tongue at the time, but he's just like, not only do I know what your word means, I have it tattooed on myself.
And then here,
get
it. Finally,
he's just killed like hundreds of guys, and he's like, to him, they weren't even Klingons, and he's just like, finally, I kill all these guys, I can finally fight a true Klingon. It's epic. It's so epic. Oh my
great splash page here.
This book is so good.
It's so good.
And like what I love most about this book, that'll be my final thoughts later.
This is like a Kurosawa sort of a thing, right? Like it's just one boom and it's done.
Oh yeah. It's not a long fight.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden something else is going on. Molor.
See, this is interesting. We got to pause here for a second, fellas.
I guess.
So, yes, Molor is
so there are gods after all.
Some sort of friggin' alien or something. I don't know if he's like they're Klingons that are more advanced than the rest, or are they the Herc? Like who is Molor? He has a spaceship.
I think Molor is a Klingon who's got hold of a spaceship.
You think so?
I think so, but that may not be adequate to the story they're telling here.
No, that works for me. I mean, how did he get hold of it? Somebody crashed, or like, I don't know, he bought it from a Ferengi.
Maybe the Klingons are so disunited at this point that some group of them are in contact with something,
or
the rest of them are just smashing each other to bits.
Here's one for you. What if? Oh, I'm gonna blow your minds. What if the Duras are descendant from Molor, and Molor was the first Romulan collaborator, and that's a Romulan ship, and a Romulan gave Molor his power. Boom, right? Friggin' Duras. So, like, that makes Molor even worse if he's like a gross Duras.
That would be a good. I like that as a twist.
He's a gross Duras.
They all are
gross Duras.
Nobody likes Duras's.
Yeah. Duras.
You guys aren't pro Duras over in the command division, I hope.
We're not pro Duras. No.
Okay.
Duras has no honor.
Good.
Duras.
No, none.
It's true.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope that's true because I love it. Anyway.
There is this question. Was it vengeance, my lord, that drove you to fight?
No, because he doesn't know any of these people.
It's not.
Other than his brother. I mean, it could have been vengeance against his brother, maybe.
We see vengeance right here. You're absolutely right. We see vengeance.
Yeah.
The whole story of Morath, I think, who killed their father, it looks like in a moment of anger. And then that may have prompted a fight between the two of them. And it looks like then Kalis goes away and then he comes back.
Mm-hmm.
He says, in a moment where I think we can see that his face bears a very strong resemblance to Worf.
Yeah.
No, it was honor and nothing more. Oh,
honor, nothing more. This book was so good. This book is so good, man. It gave me chills reading it. I loved it. I loved it so much. Not only is it my headcanon, this is what I needed, and here's why. Okay, here's my final thoughts on this issue, fellas. I love DS9 and everything about DS9, but DS9 didn't make Kahless seem like the Kahless we hear about. You know what I mean? I mean, he's not Kahless, he's a clone, but he's not that impressive. He's not this guy. He's not the guy in this comic. Right?
No.
That's Kahless. That's the Kahless I wanted in like that you hear about. And you're like, yeah, man, like that's Kahless. This guy just walked off a mountain with honor and like it made him impervious to harm. And
the trouble with that Kahless is destroyed by the fact of being a clone, I think.
Yeah, that too.
Right.
You know, like he's like
they made him cool in Star Trek Online. They had him fighting some Iconians.
Oh yeah.
They made him a little bit more heroic in that story, but he dies.
Well, that would help.
Good catch on the Worf thing too, because I felt like they drew him that way a bit on the cover too.
I feel so a bit, yeah.
Like they're not the big picture, but the little one there, you can't really.
Yeah, that's more Worf-like.
He looks more like Worf.
Yeah.
But they have a lot in common, man. I think those two characters, like.
Oh, I am Worf, son of Moog.
If Jody were here, he would like just heard everything we said about the comic.
He would be.
Like,
He would
not stupid. He's like, Kahless is so stupid.
Is there a pile of rotting Vorshak in here?
Pile of rotting Vorshak.
Yeah.
But he really is.
He's not
Worf's
honorable.
He's Worf's deepest, greatest hero. You know.
But based on this comic, friggin' deserves to be. Like, and that's what I never got from the portrayal in DS9. I'm like, that's why I say I needed this comic book. It just fills out Klingon lore so much better because now you're just like, why are they so obsessed with Kahless based on what we've seen? It just seems a bit like
it just seems like a guy who conquered the world. Basically,
but no, he's just super impressive. Super impressive.
We can power why he's able to conquer the world from here, right?
Right.
Yeah. Like those people in that town, they wanted to follow him after that, and he's just like, no, basically follow your own honor. He's just like, find honor and follow that. He's like, don't follow me. Like, beautiful shit. God, this issue's good. Yeah. So
he enlightens them.
Yes.
After enlightening himself, indeed.
Yeah.
And murdering his brother.
Axial figure.
What about Lucara? Have we met Lucara? Was she in the story?
No,
not yet.
I would love a follow-up story to this just because it was so good. But if we don't get one, I'm fine with that too because it was a pretty nice one. It's a one-shot. There's not going to be.
It's a beautifully tight story.
But it's
so
look at this kid. Look at the conviction in this face.
And all the beautiful pieces of a kind of mythic, or like
listen to this one
kind of story.
Believe in where you are. Put yourself in this place, in this time.
Kahless. This Kahless would say that.
Right? Yeah,
they're very similar characters. Good grab there, Dave. So the Daves I know, headcanon or no?
Oh yeah.
From what I'm hearing, yeah, sure. I'm not going to say no to it. I didn't read it myself, but it sounds like it was a compelling story. And, I wish that the Klingons were more honorable based on the teachings of Kahless. It seems like the Klingons we know in the Star Trek times of 23rd century or even 22nd century onward are not necessarily always the most honorable, as I just saw in the episode Judgment. But the advocate Kolor said, we were a great society not so long ago.
Not that long ago.
Yeah, they started to kind of lose their way, by the time Star Trek is kind of going on.
That's a great episode. I love Judgment because it, again, gives us more. I needed more about the Klingons. And Judgment did that, and this comic did that, just to square the circle that is the Klingon people. And I think this issue does more of that than a lot of Klingon episodes do.
I gotta highly recommend the new storyline that came out this year in Star Trek Online, which was all about the Klingons. It was some time ago, I guess, but like not. It's one of the more recent stories, the Klingon Civil War, that featured Ju'ula, who was like a Star Trek Discovery Klingon character, the sister of T'Kuvma.
Okay, I know T'Kuvma.
She ends up in sort of like the 25th century timeline. There's this whole war, and there's also this character Akar, who's played by the guy Robert O'Reilly. The guy who plays Gowron, you know.
Nice.
Hey, watch it.
Oh, that's not it. Is it? I don't know. Anyway, what was I going to say? And it was really good. It was like this. It was a really good, like, it had all these different characters like kind of coming in. Worf's in it. Martok's in it. You know, it's got some different Klingon characters they've introduced throughout Star Trek Online's story as well. And it was even like Kern's back, you know.
Isn't he as with his own memories and stuff?
Yeah, he got them back. There was a whole like story that happened on Star Trek Online. I'm curious to see how much of Star Trek Online becomes head canon or actual canon, because
that's up to you, Dave. How much of Star Trek Online is in your head canon?
Well, because they're doing stuff like, you know how there was the Enterprise. There's the Enterprise F in Star Trek Online, right? But now they're going to be bringing it to Star Trek Picard, and now it's going to become canon. But in Star Trek Online, it had only been launched in 2409, but that can't be the case because this new Star Trek Picard episode is going to be taking place in 2402.
Yeah, well, show canon supersedes other canon, but where the shows don't tread, then you can decide your own head canon.
Right. So now there
are some episodes I leave out of my head canon, to be fair.
Well, I think everyone has a few of those.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
ones you'd rather forget about, or you'd rather like not.
Code of Honor never happened. It never aired. It was never on TV. It definitely didn't go into syndication.
I thought there's only 157 episodes of Next Generation.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Precisely correct.
We all remember that correctly. That's great.
There are always there's always some stinkers in any, like, when you have this much quantity of anything. So
let's hype the podcast before Dave and I take us out here, because I'm pretty sure that comic was so great it made us feel like singing. Sing. But okay, what else we got? We have a federation, you might say.
You might say that.
A united federation
of podcasts. There we are.
Oh, it went away again.
What?
Just a brief glimpse. Oh, hello.
There we are.
But
within that federation of podcasts, we have the Live Long in Podcasts. Look at this guy here. Look at this fella. Look at this handsome fella here on the right. That's Captain Dave Mater of the Starship Live Long in Podcasts. See, Dave and I, we don't live on this ship. We live on Locute Nor.
You have your holodeck?
No, we live on Locute Nor. This.
You live there. Okay.
Oh, where did that one come from? Okay, I'm clicking too many buttons. But yeah, Locute Nor. That's Locute Nor. It's like a MPOC Nor, but it has a big old microphone on it.
Dave's got the phaser.
Yep. Oh yeah. You know, we represent the science division over here, but there's lots of good stuff. What are you guys doing over at the command division right now?
We got all kinds of different TV shows we're watching, including Star Trek Enterprise. Tomorrow's episode is Horizon. We're going to be talking. That's season 2, episode 20, is our ongoing series to watch every episode of Enterprise in order and sort of rate them and review them and break them all down. So that's the one we're doing tomorrow night.
You guys are so lucky you're still at the end of season 2, because man, I jumped ahead of you guys, and the Cindy stuff is not doing it for me. You guys are at the peak Enterprise right now. That's
the stuff I was the most looking forward to getting to when we started this rewatch. And so I'm going to see if it holds up or not. You're saying it will not for you. And maybe it won't. Maybe some of that insectoid stuff might lose me, or that the reptilians. But we'll see.
We haven't even really gotten there. I'm just like anyway. I'll jump in on Enterprise at 8 and go.
Enterprise coming up. Star Trek Deep Space Nine every Tuesday, or we'll coming back off after a little bit of a hiatus here, continuing that quest to watch every episode, going on for
that's a treat.
Yeah, it's a bunch of good stuff now, and weirdly, now that we're into the best episodes, we don't have as much time to do it. But season 6, episode 3, Sons and Daughters will be the one we'll talk about this Tuesday. And then Star Trek Lower Decks will be continuing. We've been watching every episode of that this season. I think we just did episode 8. So episode 9 coming up this Thursday. I don't think we have a title yet for that, but we'll be on here, Davin and I, to talk about that. And I think that's everything in the Command Division. And then we also have, of course, Star Trek Radio Theater, which we did at the end of when was that? It was back in September. I'm still working on.
There's the Command Division right there.
Command Division, yes. Yeah. You gotta get the Command Division, and
we're talking about ops now. Here's ops.
We're talking about the Operations Division. Yes, this is the Operations Division.
Cerritos, look at it. Look at that stupid engineering section. Anyway,
I love it. That's a great engineering section. I'm like Rutherford.
Hey, Dave, is that a great engineering section or a stupid engineering section?
It's just, it takes so long to get there.
Yeah, like in an emergency, it's stupid. Otherwise, do what you want.
It's elegant looking.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ship, but I wouldn't want to be on
I love the Cerritos.
in an emergency. If someone started firing phasers at us, I'd be like, get me off this jet
all right,
trap.
Rutherford.
Yeah.
I love the Cerritos. I have for a long time now, and no one can tell me otherwise.
No one can tell me other. It's way better than the Vancouver.
Yeah. Only it was bad Rutherford.
And who put the engineering down there? That's stupid.
So back to ops. Tell us about ops.
Star Trek Radio Theater. We did the one, the space hippie episode, The Way to Eden, which, by the way, we didn't talk about that, but they were
don't go watch that one, anybody. I don't want to tell people not to watch our products, but I was not ready.
Oh, you did great, man. I just haven't
edited it. Looking at you.
Yeah. Looking at you.
Yeah.
Tiffany had to take your role.
I had an unfortunate.
Tiffany and I don't jam together as often as you and I do.
Yeah, that's true.
We're like, hey, 6 songs, go.
So it wasn't what I was expecting. Let me just put it that way. I had to be me and Dave all at the same time, and it usually doesn't work out when I do that. I do that sometimes, but it's best that I don't.
It's a lot of hats to wear.
It's a lot of hats.
So that's everything
going
on.
A lot of hat to cover this is what I'm saying.
But it's funny. I'm sure it's hilarious. Like, go laugh at my pain.
Laugh his pain. I need my pain. If I was,
James Kirk. Man, see, that's Kirk. Man, I'm getting so many arguments with all our family of podcasters about Kirk.
Yeah,
anyway, that's Kirk. Everyone else thinks yeehaw is Kirk. No, I need my pain. That's Kirk. Anyway.
I think I'm sure I have a quote about that somewhere, but anyway, so that's everything that's Live Long and Podcast,
and based on but the comic we reviewed tonight, Lower Decks #2. That's going to be part of Star Trek Radio Theater, because we're gonna, once the 3rd issue is out, that's going to be that complete Dracula story, and we're going to Star Trek Radio Theater that.
I'm interested to see how long of a script it's going to be or not.
I don't think it will be too bad. I mean, it might be.
It'd be interesting to see how we narrate this. So, because it's so.
Well, I do want to do the subtext in there.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that works. You can always listen to my podcast.
Of course.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. We're skipping over our stuff. We also have the science division of Live Long and Podcast. That's me and Dave mostly. Where we locute, we probe. Mm-hmm.
You have probes.
We probe.
We
do.
Where's the? Yeah,
we like
probe. You got the probe.
That's the face we make while we probe.
It's probing time.
It's probing time. That's what we say. That's a saying we say.
It's probing time. Sometimes it's a banana.
Sometimes it is a banana.
The banana.
Can you put a banana on that guy? Oh, got it. Taken care of.
I love that he actually made the guy with the banana.
Anyway, we do stuff. We do stuff over in the Locutors division. We're the science division.
That's true.
You know. Oh, whoops. Yeah. There's my.
Don't forget about the Super Mater Brothers podcasting though as well.
Oh, we're getting there too. Hold on.
Super Maters.
There we are. Super Mater Brothers. Check out that. They do reality shows.
Yeah. Like Big Brother. We got Trivial Debates.
Trivial Debates is good. There's one of those coming up. the Halloween edition.
Nice.
I shall compete against my co-host on the X-Men show that I will hype in a moment, Andre Mayette, and my longtime friend Chris Murphy, also my co-host on the new Hold Up podcast. Here we go. Look at this. Bam.
Oh,
Hold Up, a movie podcast.
That's a cool overlay.
Oh yeah, we're pretty fancy. Did you see our video opening?
No.
It's swanktastical.
We're pretty swanktastical over at Hold Up, a movie podcast. So check that out on Wednesday.
Wow, impressive.
Yeah. So yeah, well, Murphy's my co-host, so now he doesn't want me to embarrass him with my pirate radio style. Isn't that right, Murphy?
I think that might be some push and pull between you and me for a while.
Oh yeah, well, I always branded Locutors of Trek and X-rated as pretty pirate radio because I don't know how to do anything on a computer, so I can do some sound effects. Oh, Murphy's still here, I think, because a comment just came up. Yep, I just got back from grocery shopping. What's this? Okay, yay. Yeah, but I'm talking about Hold Up. Hold Up, Murphy, our new show.
He was hyping up Hold Up.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be good stuff. We already started the show. What did I just press? Don't worry about that. Yeah, that's us, Plain Simple Tailors. But there's also graphic history. Oh well, X-Men. Look, X-rated. Show's not tomorrow. What's today? Sunday, Tuesday. X-rated. The X-Men Anime Review Show. We start the Dark Phoenix Saga. That's the big one. People have been waiting for the Dark Phoenix Saga, and we have with us as a guest Marvel Comics artist David Cutler, returning to the show like a phoenix himself. So definitely check that out. Dave's always awesome to have as a guest. He's better at it than me and Andre. And speaking of Andre, check out Graphic History's podcast. He's on hiatus, but there's a big back catalog of him interviewing notables from the comic industry and the geek world at large. It's a great show. He's a good interviewer. And who else we hype? We hyping the Hellbound podcast, though I don't know if they've joined our federation yet. So maybe I won't.
Maybe they will.
Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. They get a 2-second hype because they're.
We have to see if they're united, a united planet, or whether or not they're more like these Kuzans.
If they're the Romulans, we'll just blow them out of the sky. Yeah, see? Yeah, I know you got words for Wednesday. Murphy's getting all riled up again. Look, Murphy, save it for Wednesday. Wednesday, okay? In my mind, this was going to be a slightly more friendly podcast than it's going to end up being. Murphy and I are going to cut into each other pretty hard, I think, so look forward to that. I, as someone who loves cinema, and Murphy, who does not. See, look at that stick burn. Yeah, Murphy, because I'm on the air right now. You cannot answer that fucking shit there. All right. Oh shit, yeah, you can in the comments. How dare you? Words, I say. Okay, yeah, okay. We're getting distracted here. Dave.
Yes.
Not you.
All right.
Oh.
You know what? Join us, but I feel like you don't know the words.
Possibly.
Shall we take ourselves out with a song about the glory of being a true Klingon?
Indeed.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're doing it. Hold on, I'm just bringing this up. Yeah.
Made me weep like an old woman.
2, 3, 4.
Koi Kalis Load. Koi.
Oh, we can't do it. We're out of sync.
We are?
Oh, wait. I know I have it. Hold on.
We have to do this. We were going to sing them. Why is it on a loop? You saved the day there with that sound effect, Gabe, because the out of syncness ruined our song.
I hardly ever get to play it.
Later, everybody.